Temperature changes. Heat capacity. Heat capacity is the quantity of heat needed to change the temperature of something by 1 degree Celsius, which would be the same as Kelvin, but we rarely use Kelvin for this. A given amount. If we express that amount in grams, then we call it the specific heat capacity or just the specific heat. And that would have units of joules per gram per degree Celsius. Okay, and it's shown here horizontally. Vertically, it's joules over grams and over degrees Celsius. This is, in a way, a measure of how resistant something is to changing temperature. Some things change temperature very quickly. They will heat up quickly, they will cool down quickly or easily. You don't have to put much energy into them. Others will take a really, really long time to heat up or cool down. And that has to do with the heat capacity. You sometimes see this on you've got a dinner plate. Maybe you went to a steakhouse and you've got a nice big steak and you've got a baked potato and you've got a piece of Texas toast. What gets cold fastest? You ever notice that? The toast. The toast gets cold very, very quickly. Baked potatoes stay hot forever, right? And they have different heat capacities. I guess you guys have never had Texas toast? Blank stares. Okay, thank you. Somebody nodded, yes. Okay. Here is a table of specific heat capacities. You may need to refer to this when you're doing homework problems. The ones listed here go from 0.128 all the way up to 4. Most of these are metals, and they all have specific heat capacities of less than 1, and water is 4. Water's specific heat capacity is unusually large. It's really, really high. And that means that water takes a lot of energy. You have to put a lot of energy in it to raise its temperature. And as it cools down, it releases a lot of energy. And that's why areas near the coast or near large bodies of water, like up in Minnesota by Lake Superior, the climate near the water is more temperate. Because the water, during the day as the air heats up, the water will absorb a lot of that heat without itself changing temperature very much. Then when the air cools down because the sun goes down, the water radiates heat back out. And so if you look at the temperature, like in the Bay Area, the temperature just doesn't vary a lot. It's just pretty level. Here in the valley, we sometimes have days where the temperature varies by 40 degrees in a 24-hour period. We have no large bodies of water. We don't even have much humidity in the air. There's just no moisture around here to moderate the temperature. You go somewhere that's humid. Minnesota can be just ugly humid in the summer. I've never been to Florida. I'm not a fan of humidity. I don't know that I want to go to Florida. But a humid climate like that, maybe it was 85 during the day, sun goes down, it might get down to 75 during the night. 10 stupid degrees. Why? There's all this water in the air. And as the air cools down, the water's releasing heat, and it moderates the temperature.